So looking at the first audition excerpt, the Canarios, the most challenging part that you'll find in this is going to be the big scale that you see that starts at measure 88, where you have on the second beat, it starts on the low E. So let's spend some time with this. This is one you're going to want to practice the most of this excerpt for sure. So I start this with the index finger on the sixth string, alternating I and M the whole time. And so you, after the first four notes, so E, F sharp, G, A, you want to use that open A to shift up to seventh position. So we have, I'll play the first, up to that first note of the seventh position. So you have E, F sharp, G, A, B. So now at this point, you're going to be in seventh position for the next substantial portion of the scale. So let's just add the next two notes. So you have, after that B, you have C, second finger, and D, fourth finger on that same string. So let's just practice that much from the open E to the D, fourth finger. So we have open, first, second, open, first, second, So far, I would go ahead and mark this in the score as well. You start in second position, where the first finger's on the second fret. And then right above that B, I would put a little bracket there and write seven, or seventh position. So second, seventh. And I would definitely recommend practicing this just in small segments like this and just kind of building it a little at a time. So from where we left off on that D, you're now staying within seventh position at all times. Next is first finger E, then 3 on the F sharp, and then the beginning of the next measure is 4 on the G. Then moving on, first finger, next string, first string on the A, 3 on the B, 4 on the C. So you just do that much so far. So going from the first open E, we have now I'll do it saying the fingers. So open, first, second, open, first, second, fourth, first, third, fourth, first, third, fourth. So the next two beats you continue to be in seventh position. So in the next string you have 1 on the D, 3 on the E, and then looking at measure 91, you have 1 on F sharp, 2 on G, and 4 on A. So that is the extent of the portion that's in seventh position. So just to do that much again before the next shift, we have seventh position. So if you're comfortable with that much, we'll move on to the next portion. So in the second half of measure 91, you're going to shift into 12th position. So for this, the first kind of a challenge is making sure that your hand is able to pass over the part of the body of the guitar right here, because if you're in a standard good position with your fingers curled, it kind of runs in right here to the side. So and that makes it hard to reach the fingers beyond the 12th fret. So what you can do is, as I get to this point, I have my wrist out a little more. I actually like to collapse the tip joint of my first finger when doing this. It kind of locks it in place and allows me to access these fingers more easily. So by the time I'm here, the wrist is out a little bit more, and then so I can shift up without running into this and having to make too big of an adjustment. A good way to do that is actually just start in 12th position, find a position that is comfortable where you can easily access the second and fourth fingers, and just play that a few times. You'll find that if it feels comfortable, then that means you're probably in a good position for it. So then freeze your hand position and then just shift down to the 7th fret, and then try shifting. So that kind of shows you the position that you need to be in, ideally before you shift up. So as I'm starting from here, you'll see the slight position adjustment that I make before I go up there. So here we go. So once again, as I got here, I came out a little bit more in preparation for this shift. So let's just start from the 12th position now, and you can kind of practice making that shift more on your own. So starting from the second half of measure 91, up here, I also like to keep the first finger down because I'm going to return to that note a few times. So you have, this is your first finger B, 12th fret, second finger C, fourth finger D, and then you have a direction change where you go down to the A, that's your third finger on the third string, that's 14th fret. So that's the one moment that in the right hand, I actually play that with the thumb because otherwise you have an awkward string crossing there. So it's an option for you if you have trouble there with the right hand, that's an option just to play that one with the thumb, and the rest is alternation. So starting in from the second half of 91, we have 1, 2, 4, 3, 1, 2, 4, 3, and then you're back to the first finger B. So that's why I'm keeping it down. And then C, D, now we're on the first string, E, F natural, and G, and that's your peak note. So let's just go from the second half of 91 to that peak note. You have, starting with the first finger, starting with the index finger in the right hand, I'd practice that for a bit just to get comfortable in that high position there. 1, 2, 3. One more time. And that'd probably be a good time to just try it, the different segments that you've done again, try piecing it together, see if you can comfortably get up to that high note before adding on. So now moving on to rehearsal H, which is measure 93. So that's your high note. You have high note G. At this point, we're on the N finger in the right hand. First finger E, F natural, and then you have a grace note that stays in the F natural and pulls off to the E. So, and that's the end of the scale, leading to a short B there. So once again, from H to the downbeat of the next measure, you have. Notice how I keep my first finger down when I go to the high note, so I can go easily adjust to that note. It's easier than placing your fingers for every note. It's one kind of trick to playing in high positions well. So we have, so my first finger was down for all of that. So we have, and then I move the first finger right as I go to the second string with the fourth finger. I prepare 2 and 1 on the second string. So moving on from there, we're still in 12th position, but after that B, you're going to need to shift into 10th position for the next measure, or for the pickup in the next measure. So after that B, you can go ahead and shift down to where you're in 10th position. So now your first finger is where the 10th fret is. You can do your third finger on the G, and then fourth finger on the C. So once again, from H, you have 10th position. After that, you have one more position shift. That pickup C you see at the end of the third line, you shift into 7th position. You have second finger on the C, and it goes. So I'll go through, so that's the hardest part of it. So what I'll do, just to make sure you have the positions down, because it'll really help the process of learning it, I'll go through this again and just kind of explain all the positions. So starting from the beginning of the scale, you have 2nd position, 7th position, 12th position, 10th position, now 7th position,